Welcome! I have two cameras and a tablet going so I can show you this. Howdy everyone, Nate here. Welcome back. This has been on my mind as I've been observing the landscape of YouTube changing recently. So this is what is working to grow on YouTube this year. Does it look better right there? Or does it look better like up here? Focus is what I am seeing work on YouTube right now, specifically radical focus. Forgive me for being self-indulgent and putting my logo right there. Now, why is that? As an example, I have personally worked with each of these channels in the past or currently, and I am seeing them be successful in large part because of this. However, it's not focus on just any old thing. No, actually, it's focus on four specific things. First is this. Number one, topic. It's as simple as my channel is about lawn care, or my channel is about making smoothies. There's both an up and down range for topic that you choose, but also what I'm seeing be the most successful is to pick a maximum along the scale of 3 topics. Why no more than 3? Because focus seems to be becoming more and more important. If you've watched the previous videos I have on this channel, I've talked about how competition and the playing field on YouTube is changing. The space, the amount of successful channels, and the amount of growth occurring on YouTube is always going up. It's just up, up, up. So to combat that, we either need to increase our resources, and this can include time, team members, cost, etc., or we can increase our focus. All right, so we have our topic. Now, what do we do next? We choose our superpowers. Now, why call them superpowers? Well, I just thought it was a fun thing to call them, but really the reasoning behind this is these are the things that make your content stand out amongst all of the other pieces of content. So what are superpowers? They're your unique approach, your unique energy, the way you develop and deliver videos, your experiences or expertise in your topic matter. It could be a variety of different things, but what we're going for here is to choose intentionally what those superpowers are and let them stand out on your channel. Let them lead the content that you're producing on your channel, because when you do that, this is what will make your channel stand out. This is like the 20% that makes the rest of your content shine. We're gonna get to the other 80% here in a bit, but the big thing here is this 20%, these superpowers that make up the 20% of your content are what makes your channel memorable. In fact, I want you to think of one of your favorite channels right now. What are the first words or phrases that come to mind when you think of that channel? Go ahead, I want you to try it. Just think of one of those channels and think, why do I like that channel? Or what's memorable about that channel? If that channel is being intentional and doing this well, the first words that pop up for you as an audience member are their superpowers. I'm almost certain you're not thinking about, oh, I like that their audio sounds good, unless that's very intentional and they're an audiophile channel. So what are we looking for here as you either choose for the first time your superpowers, or if you're evaluating your current channel and its trajectory, what are we looking for here? I'm looking for the juxtaposition of 3 different things. First, your likes, the things that you are fascinated by naturally outside of producing content that you would just be interested in if you didn't have to make a video about it. Second is this, things that you are good at. And it goes without saying that these can be things that are either practiced that you're good at, and it doesn't matter if you like it or not, or things that you naturally are good at. Combined with this third thing, your future direction or the way you want to go with your content going forward. What you're looking for is the space between these 3 things right in the middle. So if you're struggling with this, or you're looking to evaluate what you're currently doing on your channel right now, here's what I'd recommend. Make lists of each of these things. This, and this. Things that you enjoy doing or that you currently enjoy doing with the content on your channel. Things that you are good at that maybe you haven't brought to your content yet, or that you are currently doing on your content. And then the direction you want to go with each of these things. And then you can rate them 1 to 5 to make your best ones pop out, or star the ones that you think are the best. And from there, pull out the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme. And the juxtaposition of those 3 things are what will make up your superpower, or the 20% that makes your content stand out, either right now or in the future. This is what will make it happen. And in fact, I wanted to show you an example of what this looks like in action. I found this channel a long time ago, Mike Shake. I haven't interacted with Mike personally, but when I first found this channel, he was doing all sorts of skills-based things. Ironically, as I look at this before recording, it looks like he might be pivoting to making powerful, cool, sharp things up here. But in the past, the main premise was, I'm going to master new skills and make entertaining videos doing it. So the super superpowers here aren't necessarily the cinematography or the quality of the thumbnails. This is an important distinction here. Are these thumbnails very quality? Yes, they are. They're extremely good thumbnails, but the superpower isn't the thumbnails. The superpower is that Mike has made it his mission to acquire new skill sets in as little time as possible, and he's okay with sharing stories of the journey as it happens. What he likes doing is trying new cool things. What he's good at is learning quickly, and then the future he wants to go with is building experiments, as we see on the channel with the more recent branding of making powerful, cool, sharp things. And that brings us to this next thing here, which actually happens to be down here. If I can, let's see, should I outline this in fuchsia here? Is that fuchsia? I think this color is fuchsia. Also comment, is this color fuchsia? Does it look like fuchsia to you? Or am I completely off my rocker? But really, the next thing is this. Marketing. Marketing. How you understand and deliver your content so that it's appealing to an audience. That is all I mean by marketing here. I've attempted to distill everything in this step into a single word, and marketing is the best descriptor I can make of it. When you understand how to market ideas to your audience, that is what is working, specifically a focus on marketing. And when we say marketing, it's in three distinct things. Number one is this: understanding your playing field, or the area that you are publishing content on YouTube. The better and more intuitive you are at understanding what that audience wants and what's working in your playing field, you have a massive, massive advantage. I cannot understate how valuable it is to understand the space you are playing in on YouTube. When you hear over and over again the strategy of, well, look at your competitors and kind of do what they're doing, but put your own spin on it, the reason why that is so successful is because you're meeting your audience in your playing field where they already are, and then exceeding their expectations. It's the same reason why if you go to the bookstore and you see several books on a similar topic, they tend to kind of look similar. It's because if people are going to a bookstore and they're looking for a book about, let's say, recipes, a cookbook, and they pull it out and the front cover is completely blank, and in fact, it's got a picture of like a skyscraper on it, that would be very confusing. Why? Because what they want is recipes. When you understand your playing field on YouTube, you understand what your audience wants. I'm fired up about this because this is one of the most exciting things to me. It's why I'm developing something right now as we speak, as I'm recording this video, to help people like yourself to make understanding your playing field intuitive, so that you know, hey, this video, I'm pretty sure this is gonna do well. Or you'll have ideas come to you at midnight that you just have to get up and like write down really quick because you know, dang, that's a good video idea. I am so excited about this because I've been finding ways as I've been working with clients one-on-one to make this happen faster. Okay, so we've got playing field. You're starting to understand your playing field really well. Next, what we need to focus on is this: training yourself to understand and spot the top ideas for your playing field. Both what's previously worked in your playing field, but also, and this is where the real magic comes out, what will work in the future. And in fact, I have a distinct method for identifying these top ideas that I've had a lot of success with. If you're interested in that, I'm gonna put that video for you to watch next, with the core idea of this top ideas being, as you get better at this, as you focus on these top ideas for your topic matter and with your superpowers in mind, you start to focus on the cream of the crop ideas. So that rather than 1 out of every 10 videos performing well, hopefully it's more like 5 or 7 out of every 10 videos perform really well because you're starting to understand what these top ideas look like. And that brings us to the third thing here, which is this: packaging for your videos, specifically the reasons why people want to click on your videos, the title, the thumbnail, and the intro of your videos. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time talking about this because that's a good topic for another video. Suffice it to say, for this video, a focus on packaging is a worthwhile use of your time if you want to grow on YouTube. The marketing aspect of your focus for growing on YouTube this year accounts for about 80% of it, because this is the remainder that makes your superpowers work well for you. Are there other aspects that make a successful channel? Yes, absolutely. But as far as focusing right now in the changing playing field on YouTube so that you do stand out, these things thus far are the things that I see being continuously extremely important. In fact, I have a request for you. I mentioned that I am working on something to help with understanding this playing field and making it intuitive. What I want to know from you is what kinds of things you would like like to see in a program or a cohort, a coaching, whatever it looks like, so that you feel like it's exactly what you're looking for. I genuinely want to know what would be most helpful to you. All right, as you're typing that in here, we have the next thing here, which is this: demanding attention with the energy that you bring to producing content. I added these two goofy emojis here because I was looking for big, bold things and it came up with an elephant with a megaphone. I could replace these with this: being bigger and bolder with how you approach your content. These are the things that are so oft overlooked, because really, let me ask you this. How would you feel if the most recent video you published, the one you just published this morning or yesterday or last week, how would you feel if it all of a sudden got 1 million views? Or let's go bigger, let's say 10 million views. What kind of reaction would you have to your video spreading that much? You see, the underlying thing between both of these things is, are you ready for that? If you were given that opportunity, would you feel scared and shrink back into your turtle shell, so to speak? The thing I want you to take away from this is to play on the edge of your comfort zone, the edge of the limits that you have. When you feel like you want to turn around and go back, play on that edge and embrace it. People